Hey Rob and Susan, this is Brad Brinkman over here at the Advantage Team Real Estate in Bird Rock in La Jolla. And I just wanted to quickly give you guys an update so you can see what I'm looking at from like an appraiser standpoint, because you guys have your three options: either to refinance, put your place on the market, or to do nothing and wait until the market is better and you're in a better position to get a higher price for your property. So I wanted you to see what an appraiser really does when they're looking at determining the value of your property, whether this be for a refinance or for a potential buyer that comes in. What I have set up here on this screen is just kind of pulling back the curtain on this stuff. This is what they look at. These are going to be all the single-family homes and attached homes, which are townhomes, similar to what you have in the 92109 zip code, and everything that is 6 months back from 775,000 to 900,000, and minimum year build is 1999. And then you'll just see how many we have when you do that search, and it shows up that you've got about 19 listings. They're going to throw out these ones on South Mission, which is Ashbury, Avalon. I just know these addresses really well, so I know that they're going to, most of the time the appraisers are going to throw out South Mission because it's a different product than North Pacific Beach. Even though a buyer might look at this and say, wow, I can get something for 800 or 850 in South Mission, and there's this one that closed here at 887 at the end of the year. They're probably not going to use, the appraiser's probably not going to use those as far as comparables, so we narrowed it down to about 16 properties. Now what they do, Rob and Susan, is they take 2 actives, 2 pendings, and 2 solds to do their appraisal report. And so, which ones will they use here? Well, it's hard to tell because none of these are exact. I mean, the 4 of the 5 are actually detached houses. As you can see, this DDT, that means detached. So these are houses, standalone houses. And this was, an attached property similar to what you have, built 2010. Only 2-bedroom, 3-bath, and that's going for $850. And then you have these that are very similar to what same builder, 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, and those are actually, I think those are 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath. Really, on when you look at the listings, they round up. But anyway, those are 2,021 square feet, and you guys have about 1,600 square feet. So the appraisers are going to put a value anywhere, after they back out, the square footage adjustment. As far as actives, it's going to be anywhere from, 825 to about the 850 range. Then they'll look at the pendings. Which 2 pendings are they going to use? Again, here are, of the 5, there are 3 that are attached. These 2 in Mission, and this one over here on Oliver. So if you look at these are all basically from 800 to 900 in the pendings. So the appraiser may say, okay, for the pending listings we're right around the 850 mark. For the actives we're right around 825. But the most important ones, which are the sold, and they're the weighted, the heaviest. This one I sold at the end of last year. For $800,000. That was the same builder as yours. It's a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath. They rounded it up. A little bit bigger than yours inside, but not as close to the water, although it is a freestanding detached home. And I'm going to tell you, that was actually a really good deal. The builder just wanted to get rid of it. He actually owned it since 2009 and decided just to get rid of it, that last one that was on his inventory. So you'll see these, again, these are anywhere from 800 to 939, and they're probably going to throw out the high number, the 939, and they'll keep it looking, between the 800 and 900 mark, and probably put the value. I mean, these are detached, so after they back out the fact that you have an attached versus detached, after they back out the square footage differential, where these are really, these are 2150 and yours is right around the 1,600 mark, but yours is close to the water. They may determine, after making these adjustments, that the value of your place anywhere from 820 to 850. And then you can look at all these that are in Mission, 800 to 840, which are similar. This one right close to the water, that but it's only a 2-bedroom. So I think that, after they average these out and do their adjustments for square footage, proximity to the water, and year built, then in bedrooms and baths, they will determine the value of yours to be, anywhere from 825 to 850. I would say 850 if your appraiser is smart and they can look at this stuff and really see what the buyers are saying to determine the value. But I would say at a minimum, you should be able to get an 825 on your appraisal if you're trying to do a refinance. Then that price doesn't work for you. You obviously just going to hold off until we see some of these that are up here, in actives that are going under contract. Like these, I'd love to see these that are at 879 go under contract soon. That would be great. And then see how these shake out here. This was a huge differential, this one on deal, but it's an attached property, and yours has more square footage and another bedroom, so that would be great if we can figure if that one sold for 800, then yours would definitely be in that 825 to 850 mark, because you have that additional bedroom. So overall, the summary is you're probably getting an appraisal at 825 to 850 max, and as far as putting it on the market, you probably put it on at say 869, 879. And then hope to find a buyer that would do that at the 850 mark. But you're probably not going to get much more than that. If that doesn't make sense for you, you probably would want to wait until we get something under contract. But if it does, you can look at either trying to do the refinance, and if you can't get it, maybe putting it on the market. That might be the best thing to do, because there's no real certainty whether you're going to get that type of a price on your property unless we try it and we get it out there and we start marketing it and I start making the phone calls, because that's what really generated the interest last year when I made those phone calls. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I can certainly email each of these individual properties to you if you'd like, and I hope this helps out, guys. And I look forward to talking to you both soon. Thanks, Robinson.